everybody, it's Linda Piccini again, and this time I have a tip that hopefully will find its way into your sewing, especially if you do garment sewing, and that is, have you ever looked at your feet for your serger? And it doesn't matter if you've got one of our 8-thread sergers or if you have one of our 4-thread sergers, but did you ever notice they've got a little hole on the front of the foot? Like, is that just decoration or what? There's a reason for it, and that reason is that you can use twill tape or even ribbon, and you can build that into your project. So why would you do that? Have you ever sewn on knits and found that as you're doing like the shoulder seam, for example, like the fabric has a tendency as you wear it to grow and get longer? There's some really stretchy knits out there that'll do that all the time. And one of the rules that you have is put some stay tape in it or put a stay in it. If you've never heard that terminology before, it's one that's used in garment production. In fact, for a lot of you, if you look inside of your ready-to-wear, you may have even noticed that a lot of times they'll use a really thin, clear elastic. It works the exact same way if it's a really stable elastic. Well, what I want to do is show you a practical application for that, and that is by putting a piece of stay tape actually in the foot. So let me show you how it works. So I'm actually using our Triumph serger, and if you look closely, what you're going to notice that there's actually 3 different places for putting your tape. You can put it here in the front of the toe, or there's actually a little side opening here that's in front of the overlock needles, or over here in front of the cover stitch needles. So regardless of what technique that you're using, whether you're using just the chain needles or the overlock needles, you can put that piece of stay tape in any one of those positions. Since I have my machine set up for a 4-thread overlock, I'm going to put this actually into that little opening that's here in the front in front of where my overlock needles will be, and see how easily that fits in here. And so I've got a little bit of stay tape in different widths that are here. And like I said, you could use either a clear elastic or you could also use ribbon. And what I'm going to do is I put that in first because it's so much easier to get it in place. Like, don't try weaving that into the foot while it's on your machine. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to raise my presser foot and I'm going to sneak that foot right underneath the machine. And this time I'm going to make sure that I've got it pulled out to the back. And if you want to test your stitch, go ahead and just serge a little bit on that stay tape to anchor it. Well, now that it's there, you can grab a couple pieces of fabric and watch how easy this is. Now remember, you're going to see this stitching because this is meant to be like on the inside of a garment or an inside of an area that you want to stabilize. And I'm just going to bring my fabric over to the side. Can run it through, and let's take a look at that piece of fabric. So this is my Ponte knit, right? And it's got some stretch to it, but not on the side, not anymore. It stays the fabric, it holds it in place. So if you're looking for a way to be able to stabilize stretchy knits, especially when it comes to shoulder seams, or for example, if you're going to be putting a zipper in an area, why not stay it first a little bit? This way then nothing shifts and nothing moves. So those little slots on the toe of your feet, they're not just there for decoration. Any foot that has those slots can be used for this technique. So have fun with it, and I will see you next time.